first, the chicken or the egg?
Well, really, if you had a brain, you'd have to say the egg.
Well, then the chicken might have come first to lay the egg. But that's a long conversation.
Really?
Maybe we should ask Josh.
We've heard so much about Josh's eggs. It's going to be wonderful to hear his story firsthand.
I think he's quite well known in the community.
Yes. In the egg community.
Yes. I know you're excited, Rich. I recognise him from the box. Just a little older, I reckon.
How you going? I'm Josh.
Richard.
Karen, nice to meet you, Josh.
Nice to meet you as well.
It is really a pleasure to meet you, and
Yeah, same.
I have bought your eggs before.
Thank you.
So I can't wait to hear all about it.
Do you want to come around the
Yeah,
block?
we'd love to. Wow, look at them all.
Look at these.
Yeah, here we are. All the
Come out
chickens.
for the day. They are so beautiful. What type of birds are they?
So these are Highline Browns. They're a pretty good breed of chickens as far as laying eggs goes. They treat each other well.
So tell me, you got 10,000 chickens now, but where did you start?
I started my business back when I was 9 years old because I wanted some pocket money. We'd always had chickens at our farm, but Mum had looked after them. So when I suggested to her I wanted to sell the eggs, she told me I had to look after the chickens. I sold to neighbours, then farmers markets, then grocery stores, and where I am now.
So where did the rainbow name come from?
So back at the beginning, we had so many different types of chickens because we didn't really know what sort of chicken we wanted. And they laid so many different types of eggs, you know, blue, green, pink, brown.
I got a friend.
But that's where we got the idea of the rainbow eggs. A customer actually suggested it to me.
Josh, eggs are such a staple. I mean, so many people really enjoy them every day. How do you like your eggs, being an egg farmer?
I love omelets.
Omelets?
Omelets.
Really?
I love omelets.
Well, guess what? We're making omelets and omelette today, in fact.
wonderful.
So we'll love to grab a few of your fresh eggs. if
Okay,
possible.
sure, let's go.
Can we? Yeah. Richard, leave the chickens alone.
So this is my egg packing room. This is the conveyor belt where all the eggs come from.
This is the business end.
Yes.
They're so clean.
Yeah, they are. This is why having the conveyor belt is so important. So the chickens lay the eggs. There's chickens just on the other side of this wall. They roll down onto this conveyor belt, which is one of the reasons they're so clean.
That's extraordinary.
You want to grab some eggs?
Yes,
Yeah,
we would
please
love
do.
to. So the idea is not to wash the shell. Yeah,
No,
if
of
you
course
can,
not. Because
avoid
what
it.
happens is if you wash the eggs, it loses a bit of a protective coating, which you really don't want to lose. The ideal situation is the eggs are clean from the get-go. Hey, if you guys are here, I might as well put you to work. Could you help me out? Gather some
Really?
eggs?
Okay, come on, Rich.
All right,
So just packing
Don't
them in
get
here.
too competitive.
come on.
Oh, here we
you
go
like this
again.
competitive?
Look,
Yeah,
you've
we
got big hands.
No, you've got faster little
I can
limbs.
just take them from yours. Right, so literally they
looks like
get
Karen's
packed
winning.
and graded.
Oh, there you go. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Josh.
Yeah, thank you.
This is has been
That
quite
is-
an eye-opener, and now the way to see those happy hens and how many eggs they lay and how clean they are, and your passion has been brilliant.
That's going to make
Thank
the
you.
best food today. We're really excited.
Thank you.
One of the things I love the most about Intolerant Cooks is we get to visit the farms, the people, meet the suppliers, meet the growers, and we've got these really fresh eggs here, Rich. I am going to make a super quick omelette.
Yep.
Keep it really simple because the egg is the hero of this dish. But I did ask you to go and get me a few herbs.
Look, I did
you have
get
a chance?
some fresh produce from Richie's.
Can't have eggs without parsley, I hope, and maybe some chives.
Yeah, look what I got.
Perfect. So starting off, we'll just crack in 4 eggs.
Yep.
And I'll add a splash of soy milk. This is a great dairy replacement, has good flavour, and is perfect in an omelette like this.
Yeah.
Around, 50 mils or so.
Yep.
Pinch of salt, keeping it really simple, and some black pepper I do
Nice.
prefer in my eggs. And then a quick little fork, just like that.
Are you one of these people that let the eggs sit? Do you think there's a difference between when you let the egg beat and then sit or pour it in straight away?
No, I
No?
mix
Yep.
and cook pretty
and
much.
cook, yeah.
But before we do that, I do want to fill the omelette with some herbs and a little bit of cheese, but I've got a dairy-free cheese that I really want to try. So I'm going to dice some of that up.
Yep.
If you could chop me some chives,
Yep.
because the omelette only takes a couple of minutes to cook, need to have everything ready
Yep.
to drop inside.
So about that much?
And I'll just dice some of this. I think it's quite difficult sometimes to grate a dairy-free cheese, so you get a better result if you just slice it up and give it a bit of a dice and drop it into the omelette when it's almost cooked.
Yep.
And I'm also going to pick some parsley off. Good splash of extra virgin oil.
Yep.
And in we go.
The amazing Josh's eggs.
Give it a couple of, about a minute or so.
Yep. What are
And
we
then
looking for?
We'll see how the edges are just starting, or one edge is starting to cook.
Yep.
We are in a paddock, people. But the edges of your omelette should just start to cook, and then you should drag the edge of your omelette to the middle. Just like that. You see how you get pleats of the egg? It's such a beautiful thing.
But you don't want to like do this to it because you'll end up with rubber. You'll end up with tough egg, won't you?
Yeah, and the trick is not to overcook it, to bring the edges of the egg into the middle. I'm going to add
The cheese.
the nomu over the top, like that. And then Rich, in with, yep, sorry, I'm
No, you do that.
just, you know.
I'm your student because
But
it's a bit zen-like.
Oh, it is very zen. It's one of
Yeah.
the most beautiful things, I think, also.
I'm with you.
And then the idea is, Rich, if you
Yep.
stick your head over here, is you flip the edge over like that.
Perfect.
Well, Rich, I've got to say it doesn't get fresher than this. I've got a dairy-free omelette using Josh's rainbow eggs and soy milk. Delish.
Okay, here we go.
Dinner time.
Do you see them all raise their heads? That was fantastic.
See, Rich, here, I
Yeah.
know that you're not enjoying, but the omelette's just that little bit moist, which is really important.
I do remember. That's a cheese.
Being an omelette, the egg is the hero, and they are so fresh. The omelette is just cooked on the inside, and I love the hit of parsley.
You're a lucky girl.
I am a lucky girl, thank you.
Karen, I've always struggled to find a flatbread that's highly nutritious and gluten-free, so I've actually come up with my own.
Brilliant. What
So
have you got in it?
I've got teff flour, so a half a cup of teff flour,
High protein, highly nutritious.
lots of calcium. Sorghum flour, half a cup. Got some rice flour.
Okay.
That's more of a binder. Yep,
Important.
important.
Because when you are using all of these gluten-free style flours, it is hard to bring a flatbread together.
Exactly.
So that's one of your secrets, I think.
Yep. And some hemp seed powder. So again, more protein, amino acids, and lots of omega-3. So
And flavour as well.
and flavour, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. On the stove here, I've got about 300 mils of water. I'm going to add a pinch of salt to our flour and then pour it straight in.
Literally.
Yep.
See, the boiling water is what's going to bring that dough together as well, instead of adding just cold water.
And now it's just a matter of combining all that. It will form a ball of dough. Bit of an arm workout, Karen.
Oh, good.
Yep. Let me form a ball.
Okay.
So basically, get a little bit of a golf ball size. Like that.
Yep.
And then put that down. And then it's just a matter of
Pressing it out.
pressing it out. You have a go.
It actually is like a white corn tortilla.
So what I do love about this, it's full of fibre and it's full of protein. So together with the Yumi's bites and our salad, you end up with this fantastic meal that's extremely healthy and great for your
Highly
gut
nutritious.
microbiome at the same time. Here's the last one.
And made about 12.
So do you want to start making the salad?
Sure.
So we've got our wonderful jicama, which is a vegetable you may not know.
No, But I have heard of this vegetable before because I've eaten it in salads, but I've never prepared it myself. So looking forward to it.
It's a little bit like a cross between maybe a potato and a pear. It's quite odd.
Well, in texture it is, but it's actually a Mexican yam bean. So it has that crunchy texture. It has a little bit of a floral flavour, and it's FODMAP friendly. So if you're missing pear and apple in your salads, and get onto the
It's also got a great amount of like prebiotic properties. It actually encourages all those good microbes in the lower intestine. Right, so while Karen's doing that, I'm going to pop on my flatbreads.
So Rich, you're cooking those with a totally dry heat.
Yep.
On a flat griddle plate on the barbecue. Now, if you don't have the barbecue at home, you could use a heavy base fry pan or even a little griddle plate that sits on your burners at home.
Yeah.
And you will also need to really preheat your barbecue to generate enough heat to scorch those flatbreads.
Yeah. Going to cook the rest of them. How's that going, Karen?
Yeah, I'm getting there. I'm just chopping the jicama up quite finely, so I thought we could easily eat it as like a fresh salsa salad, if you like.
Okay. Now we've also got our wonderful Yumi zucchini and lentil bites, which is really the star of the dish.
So you put anything on those at all?
We could.
We could, because I've got fabulous harissa powder here.
Okay.
I think that will really enhance the flavour of zucchini and the lentil bites.
A little bit of a drizzle. Now you can find harissa powder in lots of places.
What's actually in it, Rich?
It's got a little bit of cumin, it's got a little bit of chili powder, a little bit of background mint.
Coriander, caraway.
Right. And I reckon my flatbreads are done. So where's your salad up to, Karen?
Oh, well, I'm a bit slow here. If you want to make the dressing.
Okay, so we've got our wonderful jicama, we've got our finely sliced radish, we're going to add some parsley, some mint.
Look, I am chopping the mint only because it is a salsa. I do find that sometimes the best way to handle mint just to tear it, but we wanted this really fine, lively dressing.
Yep.
A splash of this apple cider vinegar.
Yep. Good kick of that.
Yeah?
Yep.
And extra virgin oil. Woo! Some salt.
A little bit of salt. Great.
And then mix this together. Oh, that's quite delicious.
Yeah.
On its own, Rich.
See, what I like about this at home, this is so quick and so easy to pull together. And you also know that at the same time, like you're feeding your microbiome, which is one of the things here at the Intolerant Cooks that we love, is keeping the gut really, really healthy.
So, yeah, and yogurt does the same thing, doesn't it?
Absolutely. So it's prebiotic, it's probiotic. There we are, nicely warmed. Where are we going to put these, Karen?
Put them down here.
They smell beautiful, Karen.
Okay, Rich, I'm dying to try
Okay.
this combination.
All right, so I reckon...
Especially your flatbread.
Do a little one there. So everyone gets one flatbread.
Yogurt?
Yep.
Thank you.
There we are.
Zucchini bite.
Yep.
Now, how am I going to get that? I know I've got a big mouth, but that's... Squeeze the lemon, Rich.
Yep. And I'm going to have a little bit more drizzle of olive oil over mine. Okay, here's my beautiful high-protein flatbread with my zucchini and lentil bite and a wonderful fresh prebiotic salad.
That is exquisite.
That is the biggest hit of health you're ever going to get, Karen, I reckon. It's true. I'm not lying. See?
Rich, it's been a great day here at Josh's
Certainly
Rainbow
has.
Eggs. I thought we'd round it out with a classic, an Australian classic that I have fond memories of growing up with. It wasn't super snazzy, and I'm talking tuna patties.
Mm-hmm.
So Mum used to put together the tuna patties. They basically had tuna, potato, and some breadcrumbs and an egg, if you were lucky. It's time they had a real jazz up, a new breath of life.
Okay, great.
So I'm thinking we make some tuna patties,
Yes.
obviously with some tuna. These
Yep.
are flavoured with lemon and pepper.
Perfect.
Going to work perfectly with the sweet potato that I've pre-roasted off. Now, you can do this on a tray in a barbecue.
Great.
Or a much easier option, if you are at home and not in a chook farm, you would do it in the oven. Chop them up in chunks with skin on and just dress them in some oil and salt and pepper. They'll take around 30 to 40 minutes at about 180 degrees.
It's great to leave the skin on because that's where all the vitamin and minerals are.
Correct.
Yeah.
So that's why I've chopped it into chunks.
Okay, great.
I just need you to drain off a little of the liquid because we need to be able to bind it well with the sweet potato. So I'll throw that in here. I'm also going to grab the fork and mash it because we will have to combine the tuna and the sweet potato. Rich, I'm going to need a couple of handfuls of fresh breadcrumbs.
Well, we've got wonderful Baker's Delight certified low FODMAP friendly bread.
So what's exactly in it, Rich?
Well, it's actually the grains are low FODMAP. It's got low sugar, which makes it perfect for people who actually have digestive issues. So there's less bloating, less cramping, and it's perfect.
Should be a popular product.
Yeah.
So I'm just adding the tuna in.
Yep.
And I think maybe just 1 or 2 handfuls of the bread. And now we'll add some eggs, Rich. So I've just got 2 eggs that have been beaten.
Thanks,
Josh's
girls.
eggs.
Thanks, girls.
They're going in. One of us is going to get their hands dirty.
One of us.
One of us.
I reckon it's going to be Karen.
So the ingredients we've got in here, the sweet potato, the tuna, the egg, and the breadcrumbs. Basic patty mix. Now let's jazz it up even further and flavour it with some ginger.
Yep.
Oh, smell fresh ginger is good, isn't
I
it?
love it.
Also adding some sesame seeds, texture, flavour. Jazzing these tuna patties right up. That's about 1.5 tablespoons. These have been lightly toasted in a dry fry pan just to release their flavour. And spring onion.
Okay.
So, Rich, again, explain to me what part of the spring onion is FODMAP friendly.
So for people who actually have FODMAP intolerances, you can only use the green part.
Well, let's head that way.
Yeah.
So we will put this lovely white part aside for the beautiful...
Stock at home?
Correct.
Yeah. Can I start combining?
Onions
Yep.
in. Rich, give that a little bit of a mix. I'll add a little bit of salt
Yep.
and some pepper.
Big red?
I'll just mix this a little bit more.
Yep.
And you can see that the mix has come together in a tuna patty paste.
Exactly.
Flecked with sesame seeds, ginger, spring onion. It's going to be divine. But the way I want to finish these tuna patties is with a little pickle.
Okay.
How does a seaweed, coriander, cucumber pickle sound?
Perfect. Sounds extremely healthy.
And fresh
Yeah.
and crispy and a lovely zing, and it will look really pretty on top of the patty. Wish Mum had a thought of that. Rich, I did take the liberty of making a bit of a pickling liquid here. It's
Yep.
about 150 mils of rice wine vinegar, 50 grams of caster sugar. So I've made it a little bit sweet. You could use a coconut sugar or even a maple syrup if you so choose. A couple of star anise, a tablespoon or so of mustard seeds, and 2 teaspoons of salt. I've also got some arame that's been reconstituted, so just soaked in some boiling water and drained off.
Very
This is a
healthy again.
gorgeous seaweed. It's sort of minerally and salty in flavour, isn't it? And it has a lovely chew to it.
Heaps of vitamins.
Yes. So if you could be so kind as to slice up
Yeah.
a few of those little cukes.
Oh, how cute are these?
And I've also got these little cucumber.
I've never seen those before.
It's a little tiny
Whoa.
cucumber melon. They're really crispy and crunchy and got lots of seeds inside, but delicious.
So,
Can you just split them in half and throw
Yep.
a few of those
Shall
in as
do.
well? Rich, I'm going to throw the patties into some breadcrumbs here, the low FODMAP bread and sesame seeds. Looks amazing, tastes amazing.
it's a great combination.
Rich, with the patties,
Yep.
you can make any size you like, really. I would say that's what, about a tennis ball size? And then into the crumb.
Okay.
Rich, if you could throw the cucumbers in on the arame.
All of that? That's enough?
Yeah, throw all that in. Pour the pickling liquid over and give it a quick stir before I quickly start frying these.
Okay, cool.
I'm just adding some extra virgin oil to the fry pan. Now, this is a shallow fry when it comes to the patties.
Here we are.
Just tossing the patties in the crumb. Bit of a
So what temperature does it really need to get that
Where's-
really crisp, not so soaked up oil element to some frying? What?
It needs to be hot and
Needs to be hot.
sizzly. Rich, I've got a fair bit of extra virgin oil in this pan.
Yep.
There's a bit of a myth out there that you can't fry or cook in extra virgin olive oil. It is not true. It can be heated up to 220 degrees before it starts to deteriorate.
Okay.
And the great thing about frying in it is it has a fabulous flavour.
I love things fried in olive oil, so that's great.
So literally we just need to cook them for 2 to 3 minutes on each side and pop them on the plate and top with the pickle.
And they smell great.
They're looking really good.
They look perfect.
Look at the sesame seeds.
Very nice.
To finish the patties off,
Yep.
just a little of the pickle on top, the arame, the cucumber, and then some coriander. Now, if you didn't have coriander, you could use mint or some more spring onion. Maybe the greens of the spring onion would be lovely.
Yep.
And just
What about this stuff?
pretty
I
much
picked here?
over the top. Oh, that stuff there is going to be lovely.
I don't know
Sorry.
why you asked me to do that. That's great.
Blind eye shit. What I think we've achieved here is a facelift for the humble tuna patty. This is a sweet potato tuna patty with sesame, ginger and spring onion with a gorgeous cucumber and arame pickle.
And low FODMAP to boot.
Well, Rich, I think it's been an excellent day here at Josh's Rainbow Egg Farm.
There's only one thing left to do, Karen.
Yep.
Come with me.
Oh, where are we going?
No, I'm not telling you.
We've already been to the chicken.
No, I'm not telling you. Surprise. Three, two, one.